You don't need a mansion or a Hollywood name to leave behind a story that's more than just fame. From small town dreams to a walk of stars, the love you leave is who you are.
You don't need a yacht or a Grammy to need a will, just a family or a cat plotting world domination. Welcome to Celebrity Estate Chaos, where we prove a lot of things, like how estate chaos isn't just for millionaires with private islands, it's for anyone with stuff, relatives, or that one weird collection you think nobody's fighting over. And chances are, they will. Coming up next, from fish tanks that hack casinos, to crypto wallets gone poof, to emergency go bags packed by your cat, our episodes cover it all. Whether it's cyber screw-ups, caregiving chaos, estate planning gone wildly wrong, or prepping for doomsday with humor, we've got your disaster decoded. So stay tuned, smash that like, subscribe, and join us for more stories that are hilarious, helpful, and just a little too real.
Ever stop to think, what actually happens to your whole online world when you're, no longer online? I mean, your crypto, all those online accounts, maybe even digital art you've bought.
Yeah.
It's kind of unsettling, isn't it? The idea that your digital life could just disappear.
Yeah.
Or, your crypto fortune basically ghosting your family.
It's definitely more than just a spooky thought experiment now. It's becoming a real issue for a lot of people.
Right.
Welcome to the deep dive, everyone. Today, we're getting into something really important, securing your digital legacy, especially focusing on crypto and all that other online stuff.
And we know this is something you, our listeners, are increasingly thinking about.
Yeah.
It's just part of our world now.
Exactly. So for our deep dive today, we've gathered some really interesting material. We're looking at articles about inheriting crypto, some wild stories about celebrity estates.
Oh, yeah.
And digital assets causing chaos. And also Tina Jin's books, Passing on Your Crypto Wealth, Crypto 101, and Don't Let Your Digital Fortune Ghost You. They really lay out the challenges.
Okay, so what's our mission here? What do we want people to take away?
Our goal really is simple. Pull out the key insights, the practical steps you can actually use to help you avoid those digital estate nightmares.
Right, and make sure your, digital wealth goes where you want it to. Keep it clear, avoid the jargon overwhelm.
Precisely. So, okay, let's dig in. Why is this digital afterlife planning suddenly such a big deal?
Well, the main thing is that digital money, online accounts, they're not just for tech geeks anymore, are they?
Not at all. For more and more people, it's a serious chunk of their wealth and, a big part of their lives, really.
Think about how much we do online. Communicating, banking, everything.
Totally. And Tina Ginn in Crypto 101, she puts it really well. She says something like, for future generations, physical cash might seem as ancient as dial-up internet.
Wow. Dial-up. That hits home.
Doesn't it? It just shows how fast things are moving and why our sort of old ways of planning need to catch up.
Did you see those projections? Some estimate that by 2050, like a huge percentage of global wealth could be tied up in digital assets.
Okay, that scale is massive. Ancient as dial-up. I like that. So the future is digital, got it. But what actually happens, like the bad stuff, if we don't have a plan for all this digital stuff, it's got to be more than just losing an old email password, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Much more. The fallout can be really serious. We're talking about actual horror stories out there that show the risks.
Like what?
Okay, so you've probably heard of James Howells. Back in 2013, he accidentally threw out a hard drive.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It had 8,000 Bitcoin on it.
Yeah.
At today's prices.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking potentially hundreds of millions of dollars just sitting in a landfill somewhere, gone.
Hundreds of millions, just gone. Wow.
Then there's the Gerald Cotton case, the guy who ran Quadric ACX. He was apparently the only person with the keys to about $250 million in customer money.
The only one. Seems so. He died unexpectedly and boom, that money locked away. Maybe forever.
That's terrifying, especially for the customers.
And remember Stefan Thomas, the guy with the USB drive? Holding something like, $220 million in Bitcoin? He's only got a couple of password guesses left before it wipes itself.
The pressure.
Yeah.
These aren't small mistakes. They're financial catastrophes.
Exactly. And it's not just about the huge sums, those grab headlines. That podcast description, Ghosted by Your Own Crypto, mentioned digital afterlife mishaps. It hints at broader problems too, right?
Yeah, like losing access to more than just money.
Precisely. Think about social media accounts full of memories, connections, or important files stored in the cloud. Maybe domain names, online businesses. They have value, sometimes sentimental, sometimes actual financial value.
Okay.
Without a plan, your family might not be able to access any of it. Or it could be mishandled or just disappear. Imagine trying to get cherished family photos off a locked cloud account when the owner is gone. It's heartbreaking and frustrating.
Okay, okay. The stakes are high. Those examples are, yeah, pretty sobering. But let's face it, for someone new to this, crypto especially feels super confusing.
It really does. That's a major hurdle.
What are the biggest challenges, or maybe like misunderstandings that stop people from actually planning?
Yeah, good question. The terminology around crypto is definitely part of it. One source described it kind of funny, like crypto is a moody teenage cousin with wallets that aren't leather and keys that don't unlock actual doors.
That's pretty good, actually. Captures the weirdness.
It does. So people get tripped up on the basics like digital wallets and private keys. Understanding the difference between hot wallets, the ones connected online for easy access, trading.
Right, like your everyday spending wallet.
Exactly. Versus cold wallets, which are kept offline.
Yeah.
Much more secure for holding assets long term. Think of it like, yeah, pocket cash versus the safe at home.
Hot for convenience, cold for security. Got it.
Getting that distinction is really fundamental for managing your crypto safely now and for planning how it gets passed on later.
Okay, that helps. What about those misconceptions you mentioned? Things people just assume that could cause big trouble down the line.
Yeah, there's a big one. Assuming your standard will automatically covers your digital stuff.
Ah, I can see people thinking that.
Definitely. But Tina Ginn really hammers this home in her work, and it's critical advice. Don't assume your lawyer knows crypto.
Good point. Not all lawyers are crypto experts.
Exactly. Most traditional estate plans just weren't designed for this. They don't address the specific tech issues, the legal gray areas around digital assets. The law itself is still catching up in a lot of places when it comes to inheriting crypto.
So we need to be proactive. Can't just rely on the old ways. Okay, let's shift to solutions. What practical steps can people listening take, like right now, to start getting this sorted? What's item number one?
Number one, absolutely, is creating a digital will. Or maybe start with just a detailed inventory of all your digital assets.
How does that involve?
Listing everything. Your crypto, yes, and which wallets they're in, but also domain names, social media profiles, cloud storage accounts, even those online subscriptions.
Everything.
Pretty much everything with digital access or value. And crucially, you need to name a digital executor.
A digital executor.
Right.
Right. Someone you trust to handle all this digital stuff according to your wishes after you're gone.
Exactly. It's a specific role, and someone needs to be assigned.
Okay. Digital inventory and executor. Check. What's next on the essential list?
Secure password management. This is huge GEE. We really, really recommend using a good password manager. Like LastPass or 1Password.
Those apps that generate and save strong passwords.
Yes, they do that, which is vital anyway, but they also provide secure ways to share access with someone you designate, like your digital executor. That's key.
So they can actually get into the accounts when needed.
Precisely. What you absolutely cannot do is screenshot your crypto seed phrases.
Oh, bad idea.
Terrible idea. Those phrases are the master key to your crypto wallet. Screenshotting them or just trying to remember them, that's like taping your bank PIN to your debit card. Don't do it.
Okay, message received. Password manager, secure sharing, no screenshots. Got it. What else?
Look into the legacy contact features. Many platforms offer this now.
Like Facebook and Google.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Google, Apple. They let you designate someone. This person can then manage your account after you pass away. Maybe memorialize it, maybe download some data, depending on the platform.
That ensures your online profile is handled respectfully, doesn't just float around forever.
Right. It gives some control over your digital presence.
Makes sense. What about all those little monthly charges? Streaming, software?
Yes, subscriptions. Don't forget those. Make a list. All those recurring payments.
Netflix, Spotify, cloud storage fees?
They add up.
They really do. And you need to make sure your digital executor or someone trusted has the info and the authority to cancel them. Otherwise, you get what some people call the subscription apocalypse. Huh? Subscription apocalypse. Love it. Where the estate just keeps bleeding money on services nobody's using.
Exactly. Phantom digital bills.
Okay, so digital inventory will, password manager, legacy contacts, subscription list. That covers a lot. Now, the tricky one, crypto. How do you plan for passing that on securely without risking it while you're still around?
Yeah, this takes careful thought. For crypto, you need really clear but also really secure instructions on accessing wallets, and especially those seed phrases.
But how do you do that securely?
Well, Tina Jin's books like Crypto 101 and Passing on Your Crypto Wealth go into detail on different methods. It's about finding that balance, right? Security now versus accessibility later for your heirs.
Okay.
You might look at things like multi-sig wallets requiring multiple keys to access funds, or using secure hardware wallets, but having very carefully documented recovery procedures stored safely. Maybe even detailed instructions in, say, a sealed envelope kept with your lawyer, or in a safe deposit box with the location known only to your executor.
So it definitely needs a specific, thought-out plan, not just a line item in the will.
Absolutely. Needs its own strategy.
Okay. So let's say someone doesn't do these things. We talked about losing the assets, but what are the other potential downsides? These digital afterlife pitfalls.
Right. Beyond just losing the money, which is bad enough, think about the constant drain from subscriptions we mentioned.
Yeah, the subscription apocalypse.
Then there's the risk of old, abandoned accounts getting hacked. Imagine someone hijacking a deceased person's social media or email for scams.
Oh, that's awful.
It is. And kind of creepy, too, is automated stuff, like scheduled social media posts continuing to go out long after someone's passed. Could be really awkward or inappropriate.
Yeah, like a scheduled birthday reminder for someone else from the deceased person's account. Yikes.
Exactly. These mishaps just add stress and complication for the family during a time that's already incredibly difficult.
That really drives home why this isn't just a nice to have. It's becoming essential. So for you listening, we know this might feel like a lot, but it's about your life, your assets, the people you care about. Our goal here wasn't to scare you, but just to give clear, understandable steps.
And the key really is taking action. Doing something now protects your future and honestly gives peace of mind to your loved ones later.
Totally. So quick recap. What are the absolute must-dos?
Okay, top priorities. Create that digital will, or at least an asset inventory. Get a secure password manager and set up sharing with someone trusted. Use legacy contacts where available. Tidy up those online subscriptions.
And for crypto?
Specific, secure planning for transferring it, that's non-negotiable if you hold crypto.
Right. So as you're processing all this, maybe here's a thought to take away. What's just one small thing, one step you can do this week to start securing your digital legacy?
Yeah.
Even just starting that inventory or signing up for a password manager. Think about the relief knowing you've started.
It's a good first step. And remember, this deep dive is really just scratching the surface. There are great resources out there. Tina Jin's books we mentioned, other guides, podcasts. They can offer more tailored advice. We really encourage you to explore those.
Definitely. Find what fits your situation. Because ultimately, in this digital world we live in, planning for our digital afterlife, it's just as important as planning for our physical one now.
It really is. It's all part of adapting our financial and personal planning for the way we live today.